What's up, Leo? How y'all doing? It is time for your weekly check-in. We're going to see what's going on with you guys for the third week of July. Remember, weekly check-ins are just a short, sweet, quick, general energetic overview. Now, for those of you in need of a personal reading, all the information on how to go about doing that is in the description of this video. Also, don't forget, tomorrow is our next round of weekly live readings here on this channel, and our weekly live readings have now officially gone back to the old school price of $22.22, just like the good old days, man. We just had to feel it out for a little bit and see how it would play out here on the main channel, and we got a pretty good feel for how it's running. So back to the old school price, $22.22, boy. You can pre-order anytime on my website. Every Saturday when we go live, we start off reading the pre-orders before we get to the ones that are coming in while we're live. Also, don't forget to check out them new general personal readings on my channel. If you need a reading and you don't know what to ask, I got you. Just click what you want read and I'll do the rest. Everything else and more is in the description, okay? All right, let's jump into this as soon as I find a damn deck that'll talk to me. Let's see what we can tell Leo about their situation and the person they're dealing with in the third week of July 2025. Boom, boom. Happy early birthday to y'all, by the way. Y'all excited for Leo season? Huh? I kind of am. About time to get some fire up in the mix, man. About time. All right, let's get 3 shuffles here. 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, 6 of Cups. That 2 of Wands, man. That 2 of Wands. So, I think, actually, you know what? 2 of Pentacles and 2 of Wands kind of feels to me like both of y'all are contemplating whether or not to break the silence. But I don't know if that's happening. It's like there's a proverbial open door of opportunity on both sides. I think you're waiting there with the proverbial door hanging open, and so are they. But it's not really looking like any action is being taken. Not really. I don't think this person has had a whole lot of success in their little venture to try and replace you. Not allowed to spy on the details of their life. Even if you was to come to me for a personal reading, I'm not going to do that. But I can tell you it hasn't been very successful. No, it hasn't. There's still a pretty considerable karmic tie here. Pretty considerable. So, yeah. See, you're doing a little bit more healing than you realize, though. You know that, right? You know how much healing you've been doing? I kind of get the idea that some of you may not realize just how much you've healed. You may not, but you are. You know what the funny thing about this is, too? You may not realize how much you healed until you revisit this. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but usually right around the time that this energy starts to unfold like this, that's usually when the universe will go ahead and let you revisit something from the past. Because you don't realize how much you've grown. You don't realize how much you've changed. You know, and then once you revisit the past, it's like, oh my God. What the fuck was wrong with me? You know? But I don't want to get ahead of myself here. I'm not really seeing a lot of evidence of that happening yet. But it feels like we're getting close. So, yeah, okay. Some of you dealt with a Gemini, possibly. Is that the only one I have here? Yeah. Could be anybody. That's just an energy. All right, let's see how they feel about you and what their energies and intentions are. Whoop, whoop, whoop. This is yelling at me. What's that? Ooh, Page of Swords. I feel like they want to talk to you. Why do they want to talk to you? Why do they want to talk to you? Let's see. Six of Cups. They're wondering if you're still holding a grudge, or they're wondering if you are holding a grudge. I don't know if you ever were, but they're wondering if you are. I think they want closure. I think they want closure. But see, here's the thing. One of the reasons why they're wondering if you're holding a grudge is because they're holding a little bit of a grudge. They're still holding on to a little bit of bitterness. You know, a little bit defensive, holding on to some animosity and whatnot. So if I'm holding on to it, then you must be too, right? Projection. They're projecting. So, okay. Doesn't look inherently bad, though. Not really. Not really. I mean, that doesn't mean they've never had bad intentions. But at this point, even if they did, it kind of just feels like they're starting to put that past them. You know, if best case scenario, they would just like to close this out just to release it and get that weight off their shoulders, you know? If they knew how to process the damn shit, they wouldn't have to worry about that. But, yeah, looks decent. Not the greatest intention in the world, but definitely not the worst either. I would say, okay. Well, let's see if any action's happening here. What's the outcome? How's this playing out? Is any action being taken or nothing? Let's get 3 shuffles. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Boom. 6 of Cups reversed again. Empress reversed. No. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Damn it, man. Right when I'm about to say, yeah, I think there's probably going to be communication, then out jumps the damn 2 of Wands. Which, again, the 2 of Wands is contemplation. So, nah, it's not really looking like a whole lot of actions happening. I think this person's still a little bit too guarded. Let's grab that advice then. What's the best advice? What's the advice for Leo? Would it be a good idea for you to reach out? Or should you wait? Or should you just run from this for good and never look back? What's the advice? But ooh, shit. I honestly wasn't expecting that. It's saying that right now might not be the best time. I do think that before 2025 is over, a conversation will be very beneficial to you and this connection at large. In what way? I don't know yet. But not now. Not yet. There's still too much tension. Just too much anticipation, animosity. There's just too much of that guarded defensive energy where 2 people come together and one person is bringing that energy to the table. Just one. Nothing is guaranteed 100%, but you're just asking Just asking. All you got to do is say one little thing wrong, or do one little thing wrong, or they just misinterpret something that you said or did, and then boom, blows up into a bunch of fucking drama that don't do nothing but create a bunch of karma and just completely fuck up the rest of your energetic pathway moving forward. That would fuck up the rest of your 2025 and then ultimately start you off to a bad 2026. We don't need all that. It's so avoidable. So avoidable. Don't put yourself in situations that you know are going to blow up into drama. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's the most spiritual fucking thing that you could do. I tell people this all the time. Do you know how many people I avoid because I know I'm going to knock their fucking teeth out of the back of their head? I avoid them. I'm not coming around you. You know? Fuck legal problems, you know. Definitely not worth catching a fucking case. But it's not worth the karma. It's not worth the karmic bullshit. And that throwing my path off for the next 2 or 3 years. Abso-fucking-lutely not. You know? You're better off, if there's a karmic tie, you're better off leaving it as is than putting yourself in the situation and manifesting more fucking karma. Right? We're thinking big picture here. Big picture. Okay? So, I would wait a little bit. See if you can get some of that tension to die down a little bit or something. So, all right. What's coming in for the singles? What's coming in for the singles? This is Leo, right? Yeah, I just did Cancer. Single Leos. Single Leos. Single Leos. Boom, boom, boom. Lovers reversed. Some of y'all might be connecting with somebody at the workplace. Ooh, some of y'all, and I hate to get so specific, but I gotta say it when it's yelling at me. Some of y'all, possibly your boss. But, you know, I got a lot of workplace energy in this spread here, a whole lot. Bunch of workplace energy. And here's the funny thing, though. We got 10 of Cups upright, Lovers card reversed. So it's almost like you're not 100% sure. It's like you want to be all the way in this, but it just kind of feels like there's something missing there. I don't want to say this connection is fake, but from the overview from your perspective, there's just something that's kind of missing. Something. You can't quite figure out exactly what it is. So, yeah, okay. That's about all I can get out of this right here. Let's see what this person's intentions are. What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they in general? What's their energies, their intentions? What kind of person are they? Why does that World card keep coming out reverse like that? They got unfinished business with a past person, I guess. I get so sick of seeing that shit come out. I already know every time I go to pull a spread for either a new connection or a potential new connection, I already know fucking past energy is going to come out. Every time, dude. Every time. But I do think this person does have good intentions. I think so. I mean, they're honestly ready to find a relationship, settle down, you know, build something solid. They are. But there's still what you're feeling that's missing is it's like you're feeling the energetic representation of something that's missing inside this person, if that makes any sense. I know when you get to talking about energies and shit like that, it can be really hard to explain and understand. But there's something missing inside of them, metaphorically speaking. And it has to do with shit that's unprocessed from their last relationship. And when it's missing inside of them, well, then you're going to feel that because you're not connecting with that level or that aspect of them. But their intentions are good. They are. They're not playing with you. I think they really want something serious. I think so. How much time we got here? Okay, let's see how it plays out. What's the outcome for the first 30 days? Will it take a turn for the best, take a turn for the worst, or just plateau and spin in circles? Lovers reversed again. You're just struggling to feel that connection. It's just not really happening. Not the way you would like. Three of Cups. Forming a good friendship, though. That's the funny thing here. It's like y'all are forming a real good friendship on the outside. And I'm going to tell you what, that is fucking important. Okay? That is extremely important. I'm not here to say that that's the end all be all. But if that's absent, it ain't going to work. You better form a fucking friendship with the person that you're with. You want to build a life partnership with anybody, you better be best fucking friends. I don't care who wants to argue me on that. I don't give a fuck. You better be best friends with that person. Or you ain't building no solid foundation. You're going to build a house of cards. Fart too hard and it'll fucking come crashing down. I swear to God. But you're still struggling to find that connection really deep down inside. So let's grab the advice. What's the advice for Leo? Queen of Cups reversed. Well, first of all, don't dump a bunch of your eggs in the basket if ain't no eggs being reciprocated, if you know what I mean. Now, this doesn't mean be all selfish and self-centered and say, I'm not doing it unless you do. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is get in there and dip your toes in the water and make sure there's going to be an equal give and take reciprocation of energy, emotion, and all that good stuff. Don't be overextending the shit out of yourself and just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, knowing you're going to get nothing in return. Don't do that. Don't do that. I think what I would start off with, if I was you, is to just let it be known. Just shine light on it. Let it be known, and try to communicate it, as clearly and fluently as possible. That, I don't know, it just kind of seems like I'm having a hard time reading you and connecting with you, and I don't like that. It kind of bothers me a little bit. I have a really hard time figuring out where I stand with you. Having a hard time figuring out what's going on in your head. There's just something going on in there. It's just like this big mystery. Just try to explain that and let this person know that it is a concern. Now, I'm not saying that if you do that, they should flip a switch and turn into your idealized version of who you think they should be overnight. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you express a concern like that, pay attention to how they respond to it. What they should do is attempt to alleviate your concerns somehow, some way. At least try to make you feel better about it. Try, you know? And if it comes up and you bring it up again, maybe try it differently if it's not working. Hit it from every angle. You want to see some effort, okay? That's where I would start off with this. That's where I would start. And there's potential here, okay? All right, well, I feel like those were the messages that my Leo family needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, info for personal readings is in the description. Don't forget, tomorrow is our next round of weekly live readings, and the weekly live readings have now officially changed back to the old school price of $22.22, just like the good old days. And remember, you can pre-order anytime. Right now, the list of pre-orders is pretty small. So if you order now, you will be in the very front of the line. Also, I got them new general personal readings on my website. Them things are fucking awesome, dude. All you got to do is click the thing that you want read and let me take care of the rest. You ain't got to ask nothing if you don't want. You ain't got to say nothing if you don't want. Super quick, easy, very budget friendly, and it's fun. I have fun with them. I actually enjoy doing those. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.